Um, yeah, I'm here on behalf of the defendant, Jamil Lockhart, and they're making a special appearance.
All right, well, you gotta make your special appearance to the Wayne County Jail. I told you that the last time.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're going to witness the exact moment tension explodes as the judge corners the defendant over his blatant refusal to follow court orders. The air turns icy when the court makes it clear that this isn't a debate, but a command. You can practically feel the power shift as authority smothers arrogance, setting the tone for a courtroom clash that's only just beginning.
Yeah, so I filed a notice of removal for all of these cases because I don't believe that this court is capable of acting in an unbiased way. But I mean, there's been no response from the city, but to this point, I mean, just the last court date we had, perjury was committed. I mean, you guys put on the record that I failed to appear.
All right, guys, this part shows the defense trying to slow the inevitable while the judge shuts down every attempt to bend the rules. From a third-person view, this is a classic courtroom power struggle, where the lawyer's carefully chosen words bounce right off a judge who's already drawn a hard line. The refusal here isn't soft, it's cold, direct, and impossible to argue with.
And I spoke to you.
You did fail to show up to the Wayne County Jail. You were ordered to do 30 days in the Wayne County Jail. You haven't showed up. You still haven't showed up. So you're still disobeying. No, let's not do this. This is how it started the last time. You're still disobeying the court's order, and you have to do 30 days. You have to present yourself to the Wayne County Jail. You have a warrant out for your arrest. And before we go over this other stuff, you got to go. You have to go to the Wayne County Jail. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So
I said what
I can increase the time if you can take to not be compliant.
Your Honor, I apologize for interrupting the proceedings. May I have a breakout room with this litigant, please, and thank you.
I don't know if he wants to speak to a lawyer, but he can if he needs to. He has that right to do so. You want to speak to the lawyer, Mr. Lockhart, or no?
Yeah, sure.
All right, guys, here's where the courtroom pressure gets real as the judge doubles down and demands complete compliance. No excuses, no delays. From the outside, this moment shows the court asserting full control while the defense's flexibility completely collapses. The energy shifts from negotiation to command, and it becomes painfully clear that the defendant's choices have run out.
Ms. Harris, what's going to go with Mr. Lockhart? So I don't know why he's still sitting here.
Well, Your Honor, if the court will allow, we would like to attempt resolution of the matters that are on the docket. So I would ask if the court could stay the contempt proceedings and allow him to handle these matters.
No. It's been well over a year. No, he's gonna have to go turn himself in, and we'll deal with it that way.
Your Honor, if the court could, just in the interest of justice and judicial economy, if he could resolve these matters, if he's still going to have to do the 30 days in Wayne County Jail, if at time of sentencing, it could all be wrapped up together just to not further delay his constitutional right to speedy trial.
He's delayed his rights. He's delayed his rights to a speedy trial.
And I do have a resolution, Your Honor.
No, I don't want to. I'm not even going to entertain it. That ship has sailed. We tried to give him that opportunity a long time ago. He kept being contemptuous in the court. He comes with these far out legal theories that he has that I quite frankly, don't know where he's coming from on that. No, I'm not gonna even entertain that with
And Your Honor, I completely understand the court's position. I completely understand if he still has to do the 30 days Wayne County Jail, but I think that he was potentially misguided, did not understand the finer points of the law, court rules, and courtroom behavior and procedure. So now that he has the assistance of counsel, which I'm not saying that he didn't have the assistance of counsel before, if the court would allow him.
We offered him counsel then. He denied the counsel. Go back and look at the video. It's got over 270-some thousand.
Buckle up, guys, because this segment captures the emotional plea that tries to soften the situation but falls completely flat. From a third-party perspective, you can see the lawyer laying out sympathy, logic, and hope, but the judge remains stone cold and unmoved. It's the kind of moment where you realize the courtroom has no patience left for stories or excuses.
That 30 days will give him an opportunity to read up on the law, and so he can make it and understand how this process goes. So go ahead to the Wayne County Jail. You can take some. They probably have some legal books there, and we'll hear these matters when you come out. So,
Your Honor, is any of this on the record or no? Or did we
no,
not?
no, it's not on the record because I didn't call the cases. I'm going to continue on. That appears to be Charles Gardner.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Your Honor, am I allowed to go back in the breakout room to explain that to Mr. Lockhart? Because he seems to have had a change of heart if the court would allow him to at least.
Maybe he can go turn himself in and you can file an appeal, file something to get him heard before the court, and they can zoom in from the Wayne County Jail and we'll resolve it that way. But until he turns himself in, he's got a warrant out for his arrest. He's had this warrant out for I don't know how long. I can look back into the record, but and he's never presented himself. So he was contemptuous then. He continues to not follow or obey the court's orders. So he has to go through the time, or hire himself a lawyer to get it back in front of the court. But until we get the first matter resolved that we had, we're not going to get into the other matters.
The contempt proceedings.
All right, guys, this is the part where the judge directly challenges the defendant's claimed remorse, and the room feels tight with pressure. From the outside view, it's clear the court sees through the sudden change of heart and demands real accountability instead of words. This exchange hits hard because it exposes the gap between what the defendant says and what he actually did.
And that'll conclude it. I still see Mr. Lockhart here. I don't know what else to do. What else you can do for him, Mrs. Harris?
So, Your Honor,
He continues to disobey the court order. Just continues to do so.
Your Honor, I dare not say. Well, I don't know. I don't think that it's an intentional. Well, I can't
That's
say
not
that.
intentional. Wait a minute.
I don't think. I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna take that back. I think he has good intentions. I think he now has a better understanding of everything that has taken place.
I don't think so, because he came in here talking about he's appearing on behalf of the person Jameer Lockhart. So I think he's on the same path as he was that got him into this situation.
Guys, this section shows the defense trying to negotiate softer consequences while the judge draws an even harsher boundary. From a third-person view, you can feel how the court views this as a test of authority rather than a legal tweak. The rejection here isn't about convenience. It's about discipline, and the judge makes it painfully clear that shortcuts are not on the table.
He understands what it would take to resolve his matters. He understands how he has to represent himself in court. And so I think he's in a position that he wants to resolve these matters. We've had the discussion. We asked for leniency and mercy from the court. I understand if the condition is that he still has to do 30 days in the Wayne County Jail, although we would ask if the court would reconsider that sentence now that he has taken the time to actually listen to advice of counsel and be made fully aware of how he should present himself in court. I know that it's his intention to resolve these matters without any further court appearances or draining any further resources or delaying the process anymore. And I know that the court doesn't want to delay the process any further. I understand his behavior is what put us in this position as of right now, but we're just hoping to resolve today if the court will allow.
I'm not moving. I gave him ample, this is a 27 plus, maybe 30 plus minute video. I gave him ample opportunity. You know, and I'm not moving.
I mean, Your Honor, I mean, in that video, I did apologize to you for, I guess.
You apologize after you got the 30 days.
Guys, because here the defendant tries to explain himself while the judge calmly keeps the courtroom locked down. From a third-party view, this part shows a man realizing the walls are closing in as his excuses start sounding smaller. The balance of power is obvious, and the courtroom feels like it's squeezing honesty out of someone who waited far too long to own his mistakes.
I'm not
I apologize after the offense was, I mean, I don't know when else I would apologize.
You you still haven't showed up, and it's been over a year, and now you want me to have some sympathy for you and to resolve the matters. I have no sympathy for you at all.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to discuss, we tried to give you a fair opportunity to be heard. You keep spewing these legal theories that I've never heard of before. And I'm giving you an opportunity at that date to speak with the lawyer. You refuse that. You refuse all the opportunities I've given you. And you came in here another time a couple of months ago, and I told you we weren't going to hear it then. You got to go report to the Wayne County Jail.
Mm-hmm.
So you've had ample opportunity.
You'd have me go to jail.
No, on behalf of Jamil Lockhart, I do understand that, and I know the court he may hear this often, but he does have a family that he supports. It would be a great hardship on his family, his resources, and his sense of economy in terms of his job if he would have to submit himself to 30 days in the Wayne County Jail.
All right, guys, in this segment, the defendant attempts a last-minute pivot by offering to pay and move on, but the court isn't interested in quick exits anymore. From the outside, it's clear the judge sees this as too little, too late. The mood here is heavy, showing how consequences don't disappear just because someone finally feels uncomfortable enough to cooperate.
I understand that the court is not inclined to change that.
I didn't just give him the 30 days on the, he should have thought about that when I was asking him. I let him speak when I was asking him to not try to overtalk the court. Let me give him an opportunity to speak. He continued to disobey that. He should have thought about that then. There's a whole lot of people up in the penitentiary that have families that they take care of, and he's not going to the penitentiary. It's just county jail. So I'm just not moved.
Would this court consider amending it in such a way that he could only do weekends to complete his 30 days?
Yeah, but he hasn't even come to done anything. I'm not inclined to do anything for Mr. Jamir Lockhart or the person of Jamir Lockhart or whatever he wants to be called or however he wants to be described himself. Jamil Lockhart.
So yeah, he has the matters that are set on the docket for today. He has presented himself to the court today.
Okay, you want to take We'll take off the warrant, we'll give him a pretrial date, and then he can, go do his 30 days. And he can tell the sheriff in there that what his next court date is, and they can, or somebody can rid him out then. City of Detroit versus, Jamil Amir Lockhart, case numbers SP 1247989, counts 1, 2, and 3. State of Michigan. Now, the laws just don't apply to him. State of Michigan versus Jamil Amir Lockhart, case number SX 378-29611. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris, on behalf of Jamil Lockhart, sir, could you state the name of the person that you are representing on the record, please, or that you identify, please?
So
Guys, this part delivers one of the most intense shifts when the defendant accuses the judge of bias and conflict. From a third-party angle, it feels like a desperate...
So, sir, as we discussed, I think you would be better suited if you, one, hire an attorney, two, go to the Wayne County Jail and submit yourself so that your matters could be resolved. Understand that when you
Last
appear
time
in court, there's
I
different
checked,
attorneys.
he didn't want an attorney. And I guess you have gotten through to him a little bit. He changed it. He came in here, hearing on behalf of the person, Jamir Lockhart. And then when he asked him to state his name, he came and he indicated that he was Jamir Lockhart now. So I don't know what he, like I say.
I mean, if I could speak a little bit here. I don't know, Your Honor, I'm not a criminal. I just want to handle this, get this over with.
I didn't say you were a criminal, sir. I didn't listen.
No, I know you didn't.
I didn't say you were a criminal. As it stands now, these are allegations. So until there's an adjudication of either guilt or not guilt, that'll determine, whether you're a criminal or not. So I don't know. You got these allegations out here. So I didn't make that comment. You were a criminal.
Right. No, I'm not saying that you did. But I just want to handle this and, put this to rest. At this point, I feel like it's taken up too much of my time, too much of, your time, I'm sure.
The judge explains that time, patience, and opportunities were already given and wasted. The power here isn't loud. It's procedural and final, showing how the justice system moves forward when someone refuses to move with it.
Last year, over a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I just want to resolve this. Whatever I owe for those offenses, I'm willing to pay, and it'll be done with this situation. I truthfully don't think it's your, mission to put people in jail that have not harmed anybody or committed any offense against, any actual live human being. I'm only guilty of speaking out of turn, and I should have handled this differently. I can see that now. I really just want to get this whole situation rectified, and whatever the charges are that I need to pay, I'm willing to do that, and I'll put this to rest.
Buckle up, guys. This final part seals everything as the judge delivers a firm, no-nonsense closing stance that leaves no room for argument or delay. From a third-person viewpoint, this is the moment where courtroom authority fully solidifies and the outcome feels locked in stone. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.
Michigan judicial tenure complaints that I have against you I think you have a duty to recuse yourself from any of my cases.
I haven't been privy to any judicial tenure complaint. My first duty is a duty to sit. I feel that I
put it in your mailbox.
Okay, well. All right, well, the Judicial Tenure Commission will have to come and I'll have to respond to them accordingly if they present something to me.
Okay.
All right. Have a great day, sir. Next court date, 9/22. You're still expected to turn yourself into the Wayne County Jail.
Well, Your Honor, I would ask one final argument. I understand that he may have indicated he did not want an attorney to represent him. Jail time is a very harsh penalty. And I know that the court didn't just immediately come to that decision. I would ask if the court would consider some of the things that were stated on the record in terms of he now has a better understanding. He is remorseful of how things played out. And I would ask if the court would issue a monetary fine for the contempt rather than jail. If the court, please.
And he's got a proceeding in federal court against me. So where is it, you know, where is this,
I'm simply trying to protect.
Your Honor, but again, Your Honor, Mr. Lockhart, on behalf of Mr. Lockhart, stop. What I'm saying, the court has to understand the fact that a lot of these things came into play before today. So if in fact there was something filed, it was before today, before having a better understanding of how the process works, how to conduct oneself in court, and that one is held to the same standards as an attorney. I would ask if the court would consider converting that jail term into a monetary fine.
Not at this point.
Your Honor, I only have a federal claim against you as a means to try to keep myself.
I haven't prevented you or even tried to even attempt to prevent you, and I can't prevent you from doing it.
I don't want to do that. I just want to handle this, pay whatever I need to pay, and move on.
So again, advocating on behalf of
needs to be sitting in jail. I'm an upstanding individual. I have a lot of people that depend on me, and I haven't harmed anyone, and I never would.
Understood. Thank you for that allocation. But on behalf of defense would now move to ask if the court would allow a hearing on the contempt proceedings.
That hearing has sailed. He has been gone. He has 30 days for the hearing. Procedurally, that has sailed a long time ago.
So he already had a hearing on it?
No, we asked him, offered a hearing on that. We offered him an attorney on that before we entered into found him in contempt. We offered him to speak with the lawyer on that day. He chose not to. It's been over, I would say, quite frankly, a year at least. The motion he was going to file a motion by 5/27/2022. It's been a long time. Those ships have sailed.
But Your Honor, arguably he didn't have the assistance of counsel. So I would ask, did we go through all of the steps for him to waive his right to counsel in that type of proceeding?
Well, you can go back and look at the transcript. If he wants some representation now, he can either have a court-appointed a lawyer, or he can hire a lawyer on his own. But at this juncture, I'm not inclined. You know, I get people tell me I'm too lenient, and I'm a defense judge, and I try to be fair to everybody that comes through here. I gave Mr. Lockhart, and I'm giving Mr. Lockhart now over a half hour when other people only get 5 minutes to speak. I gave him ample time today and back when he came in court the last time. And you say that he's changed, but he came into court today spewing the same stuff that he started out before he talked to you that he did when he was there. I read those motions that he filed, which was in the court's eyes had no basis in law whatsoever. None. I've never seen those legal theories that he's purporting. I don't know if you, well, let me strike that. I've seen those legal theories that he's purported, but I've never seen those in the rules of court rules. I've never seen that in any of the law books that I've ever read. So I told him this back then, that he needs to go get the rules. I gave him an opportunity to read the rules of procedure. He refused everything. Now, it's a transcript of it. You can order the transcript. He can hire his own lawyer, and he'll get whatever kind of hearing that he will get. I'm not going to recuse myself from the case.
Understood, Your Honor.
Okay?
I have nothing further.
Very well. Next court date.